Hey, what up, juicers? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Boxx podcast for episode number 28. Guys, on this podcast, I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Enzo Costantini, and we had a good time talking about literally everything. We were supposed to be also joined by his brother, Aki, but he couldn't make the episode, unfortunately, but we're going to definitely get another one going with them in the future. Dude, we talked about careers, our lives, really, what we have going on, music, concerts, literally everything that there is to talk about. And I had a good time. I hope he did too. I'm sure he did. And I really hope you guys enjoy this episode. And one thing I mentioned on this episode, he asked me what this podcast does for me. And really, I just want to say, this thing is so dope to me because I get to just catch up with some people that I may know, but not well enough. You know what I mean? So being able to do this and get some information about people that I don't really know fully yet is super dope to me. And I hope you guys enjoy listening to this episode. And we're just going to dive right in. Peace.
These aren't going to stay on.
And just like that, bro. You don't have to wear them if you don't want to.
Okay. I just did my hair.
Oh, yeah. Don't fuck
out
your hair
after,
up, bro.
you know.
It's all good, man. Hey, cheers, brother.
Cheers. Right on.
There we go. So, really quick, you were just mentioning how you got your own setup at your parents'. How's that been? Did you ever move out of your parents' house?
I did, actually.
Okay.
I went to L.A. for a year.
One more thing. Yeah, you could pull this
Gotta get
close to you.
closer.
Yeah. And it'll you can adjust however you want. You can move the seat, whatever.
No, this is killer right
Sorry, did you say you moved out of your parents'?
So I moved out, I want to say, in 2015
Okay. Where'd you go?
to L.A., unfortunately.
You moved to LA?
Yeah.
2015?
Yeah.
Oh, did you try to do, or did
No,
you do?
2014, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Until 2016.
Did you do modeling?
I did.
That's what you went down there for?
That's what brought me down there.
Makes sense. You know what I mean?
So an agency had actually come up to the people I was working with in San Francisco.
Right.
And we're like, hey, we like this guy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I guess they thought my goofy-ass face would look cute.
That sounds really good right there. Tilt the mic. Yeah, there you go. You could just the mic. You could tilt it down. There you go, just like that.
Okay.
Just so it's pointing at your face. Cool.
So
So
what was I saying?
you were saying about the agency in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, okay. So anyway, I was at, this, open call thing.
Yeah.
I had already had an agency in San Francisco. They had an open call for, I think it was Levi's or something.
Okay.
Anyway, a place called Wilhelmina. They're a good agency down in LA came up and they were like, hey, would ever move down, blah, blah, this, that. Me being
You.
very stupid and young. I was like, yeah, great, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Hold on. How old were you at the time? Like 19, 20?
No, I was 18.
Okay.
A fresh 18.
Right. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a funny age.
Yeah. It.
Well, we
Glad
all,
I'm not 18
we've-
anymore.
we've all done some shit. It's all good.
Yeah. So anyway, I went down there. I was down there for about a year and a half. I lived with a roommate for 6 months. I lived alone for another 6 months.
Yeah.
And then my brother
hmm
and Johnny Fortes moved in with me.
Shout out to Aki, actually. He was supposed to be
Yeah.
on this podcast, but some stuff came up, so we got Enzo, but we're chilling, man. It's going to be a good one. So they moved with you.
Yeah, they moved in with me. So roommate 6 months, by myself for 6 months, then with them two for 6 months.
And you were just paying for yourself down there? Or did you have some help? 'Cause
So
LA is
parents were
in-
paying rent.
Okay, because LA is not cheap.
I got a pretty killer deal.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
What part of LA?
Santa Monica.
Oh, dude,
I was
nice.
right off the beach.
Holy
Yeah, I was.
shit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
A lot of people ask me, wasn't that awesome?
Yeah, what was it like, dude?
Why didn't you want to stay? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Everything looks better on TV. Is all I gotta say.
That's dude, it's funny. Every person I've talked to about living in LA has said the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, cuz one of my coworkers, so my coworker did what I do, which is HVAC. And then something happened, he then quit, moved down to LA to start his own weed company. And
Oh.
he heard this, very successful too, by the way.
Oh really?
And he started that, and then he was like super stoked to be living in LA, you know, because that's where everybody wants to live. And then like shortly after he moved there, he was like, "Bro, fuck that place. Everything and everyone is so fake. Relationships don't really happen unless you can do something for somebody." And it's like,
oh, it was, I mean, down to a T. You're
Yeah.
explaining it down to a T.
yeah, exactly. And that's like that. When I was younger, I would obviously be like super naive and just still want to go do that. But as a
100%.
person, the person that I am now, fuck that. I wouldn't want to be around that kind of environment. So it makes sense why you came back.
Go to work during the day and then like after, leave me alone.
Yeah,
kind
dude,
of
you don't
thing,
want to talk to anybody. I mean, it's still like that here, but it's like
Yeah.
a little less.
It's definitely a lot
fake.
less.
Yeah.
Especially after living there for a year and seeing how things, I mean, or a year and a half, whatever. The kind of industry that, you know, whatever I was getting my feet wet in,
No, wasn't
Not-
wasn't a good thing.
man, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you hear whispers about, but until you're there and go through some of that stuff,
Right.
you're just like, whoa.
So okay, you were approached from an agency that's from SoCal in the city. They offered you some kind of deal, and
Yeah.
then you went there.
Pretty much.
Did you make up your mind on that very fast?
I mean, I only had like 2 days to think about it.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
And I mean,
They were like, it was basically like, we have 4 spots left for new faces kind of thing.
yeah.
Let us know in 48 hours, whatever. And so I went home and kind of talked about it with my parents. Was done playing sports, obviously, after high school.
Yeah.
You know, I had been working construction part-time.
Yeah.
So hanging plywood in the hot sun and digging holes, I thought that, you know, being, you know,
wanna
whatever,
do something
paid
different.
for ads, I thought
Yeah.
that would be easier.
Yeah.
It had its own obstacles.
Okay.
Something obstacles I wanted nothing to do with. By the
Right.
way. Yeah.
What would have been the plan if that didn't happen?
Well, I mean, I was gonna finish school regardless. So
Yeah, high school or college?
College.
Yeah.
because this was post high school.
Right. Right.
So I would have just gotten a part-time job, which is what I did right after I moved back anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
But did you have any desire to, even without the agency approaching you, did you even have a desire to move to SoCal at all, or you would have just stayed around here? Or what? Like maybe gone out of state to school? or something?
So yeah, actually, I had a couple. I had like 1 or 2 options, I think, to go to whatever 2 different schools or 1 different school. I forget what the whole situation actually entailed at the time, but
Shit, it was a while ago.
right, seriously. But I just remember thinking like, okay, if I don't go, I'm gonna go to whatever the other 2 options are, and I'll just do school. Like I was so lost at the time.
Just like everybody else,
Dude, I mean, it was like high school was like, okay, thanks for all the blood, sweat, and tears you put on
Yeah,
the field.
for absolutely
and
nothing, but
yeah,
it's all
for
good.
nothing, no pay.
well, that's coming from me. I didn't go to college, but
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just like
right. No, I know what you mean though.
once you were done, it was like the vacation was over. They
Oh,
dropped you
yeah.
and your bags off with
Yep.
no cab, and you were just like standing on a corner like,
That
whoa,
fucking now what, dude?
here we go.
Yeah.
What do I do now?
Yeah, it's definitely a scary time. And I mean, obviously, that kind of sets the path. High school sets the path for people who automatically already do have an idea of what they want to do for the rest of their life.
Big time.
But I would say half of the people never know what they want to do
No.
at that time of graduation, you know?
And you know what the funny thing is? I think that if we're all being honest with ourselves now, and you ask people, did you know what you were doing after high school?
Or what you
If they
thought
s-
you'd do, yeah.
What you thought you do? If they say yes, they're probably lying.
Yeah, they probably just have they're probably just so insecure that they don't know what they're going to do. Or maybe they have an idea, but they're too embarrassed to
And like, how dumb were we at that age?
oh, dude, I know.
Like, it was just.
But isn't it funny? Now we say this, but at the time it was so stressful, so damn.
But you
stressful.
didn't show it.
No,
Instagram looked good.
Yeah.
Snapchat looked good.
Everything looked all
Everything
fucking
on the
fake and-
surface was like, oh man, he's doing killer. He's still having a great
Yeah.
time. Meanwhile, you're like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, you're
don't
you're
know.
lost. You're fucking. That happened with me for sure because I knew I was gonna go Kenyatta
Yeah.
for a year and a half, and I was cool with that because I had no idea what to do. And my dad was even like, if you don't know what you're gonna do, no, just go to Kenyatta or whatever. I was like, all right, and then I did that, and then I got into what I do now. So it's whatever. And now I'm in school again for my trade, so it's everything's going fine.
And I just want to let the Juicers know that you're badass at what you do.
Oh, dude, thanks,
So.
man. I appreciate it.
Got you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a wild ride. It's tough being an HVAC tech, especially now that it's getting hot as shit outside.
Oh, and not. I mean, you guys are just in high demand. Period.
Oh yeah, now we are. We didn't. I didn't work for 7 weeks at the beginning of COVID.
Well,
but now that because of that,
you and the rest of the world.
yeah. But because of that, now we're going back at like full throttle, dude.
Good.
Which is good, but after I just finished my 3rd full week back at work, exhausting. Like I'm just so used to obviously being on quarantine now after work. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But when you look at the check, it's like,
what's good,
not
dude?
so bad.
Not mad anymore, dude.
4 a.m. wake up, got to be at the job at 5, no problem.
I know,
See
man.
you there.
So, one thing I wanted to say about you moving to LA, I would say obviously it might not have been like the best experience for you, or I'm guessing.
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I had so much stuff going on here back at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
we won't get into that.
Yeah. Okay. For another time.
Yeah.
So without the podcast,
Without
the recording,
we'll do it over a pitcher of beer at the gate.
Yeah, there we go. Which is now open. It's now open.
I'm biting off more than I can chew. I don't really want to go back.
You don't?
I'm joking.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
I for sure want to go
Let's
back.
go.
But
continue.
what was I gonna say? So although that probably wasn't the best experience, probably still good in a sense that you did do that because now you know you probably will never do that again.
Oh yeah, that made me who I am.
Yeah. So
for sure.
That's what I feel. You know, if there's like one thing that, which is something I want to ask you later on, maybe we could just talk about it now, is like a lot of, now that I'm older, being 24, you're 25?
Yeah.
We have, I mean, me personally, at least, I've had so much time to self-reflect over the years and, you know, grow, you know, quote unquote. But I like to think of a lot of experiences that were either shitty or just not good or didn't really go well in my favor and think of, okay, that happened, but how did that make me develop more as like an adult? You know what I mean? Like everything fucking, obviously everyone says everything happens for a reason.
I truly believe it does.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially after time periods like that.
Oh, yeah. And I can't, like, I think the only thing I can really relate to is like maybe some relationships, but because now I know what I don't or do want when it comes to...
No, you're happy. I mean, you got to be honest with yourself. And what I mean by, you know, times like that is hardship, basically. Mm-hmm. You got to be thankful for going through that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because if you're here now, obviously, it made you stronger. You're who you are today, all that kind of stuff.
And I think one thing that also, like, you don't... If your life is too comfortable, you're not really gaining anything. Yeah. Which I think
you should be on
people,
edge if it's too comfortable. You should be like, ooh, what's gonna... I'm waiting for the next low
shitty
blow.
thing in my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Dude.
You know when stuff's going too good and you're just like...
Something's not
Wait
right,
a second.
Dude. Yeah.
Wait 1 second.
This is weird. This is fucking weird, dude. Yeah, I've had those periods in my life where I was just like a little too comfortable and I was like, nah, something's not right here. As far as like, you know, the gym or money or whatever it is, relationships.
Yep.
But as of right now, dude, I'm steady.
All the above.
I'm steady sailing. Things are pretty fine. I mean, you know, I live here. You just met my roommates. They're pretty dope. Or you knew Frank, but
I knew Frank.
Yeah. So
you look like you're doing good during quarantine though. You're staying in shape.
Dude, I lost a lot of weight.
Keeping the size on?
Not really. No.
What's going on?
So actually I want to talk to you about that too.
Go ahead.
I mean, you saw the gym that we have, like the gym.
It's killer.
It's pretty cool.
That mixed with calisthenics plus some running.
Yeah. Although I don't run.
Chiseled.
I don't run.
Come on.
Yeah, I can't. I got bad shins.
Oh, do you?
No, not that they're bad, but when I run,
Shin
like
splints?
if I like jog, yeah, it's so maybe I'm just not used to it because I never run. But I think I've lost some weight over the quarantine. Definitely lost size for sure, and dude,
Given we can't be the superheroes we were in the gym without the gym.
Yeah. And, but you know,
saw that coming.
I did see that coming. Shout out Modelo, dude. For the first couple weeks of quarantine, like the working out and everything was fine. Just getting used to adjusting to using what we have at my house. Which, by the way, shout out to Frank because he's the one that set all that shit up.
Really?
Yeah. And it was good for, you know, the first couple weeks of quarantine and still good now, you know, but I really feed off of like a gym environment, you know, not just like, oh, my crush is there, I'm gonna just work out harder now.
Oh.
Don't you miss that, dude? Fuck, seeing the baddies at the gym. Shit, but you know, I really do feed off of that environment, like not to be weird or anything, but like seeing other people work out like that,
sure.
that makes me like fucking stoked. Like I'm ready to get after it.
Well, it's a thing, you know, when we get off of our day or whatever if you're in the morning or in the afternoon,
Yeah.
you've always got your crew at the gym that you see,
Oh,
not
yeah.
necessarily that you work out with, but you walk in, oh, hey, what's up? Oh,
Yeah,
what
I
you
see
hitting
you
today?
there all
Blah,
the
blah.
time. Yeah.
It sounds toolish, but it's just the way it goes.
No, it's a community, dude.
For sure.
It's like a, you know, like you have your, it's like different friend groups, like different communities that you
Yep.
vibe with. Like I
Can I
definitely
get a
have.
spot? Blah, blah,
Yeah,
da, da,
dude.
da. Like, it
Yeah.
gets you hyped up.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's been interesting because I've noticed over the past couple weeks my motivation to work out is just like slowly going down.
Declining, yeah.
But now that gyms are soon to be opening, I'm like getting back into it. Like I'm trying to get my mind right, trying to eat better, and drink a lot more water, which is what I haven't been doing.
I like to hear that from you.
Yeah. And so that's good. And also White Claw, it's technically water. So
Yeah.
So I mean everything's fine. But what have you been doing to stay fucking massive, bro? You got permits for those things, dude? Put those things away.
Get
dude.
out of here.
It's fucking hot as shit in my room, but I want to give you one of my jackets,
Yeah.
dude. Come on, man.
Man, okay, so COVID workout breakdown. I have actually my mother, because I do live with my parents, has a Peloton.
Oh, nice. One of those
So-
bikes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mix up running, like Monday run, Tuesday Peloton.
How long of runs?
Like 2-3 miles.
Okay.
And anyway, shout out to my buddy Jason Jones.
Hey, shout out Jason, dude.
He has he
I haven't
set
seen him
up-
in a while.
Yeah,
He's doing all right?
He's doing good.
Good.
Staying massive.
Love to hear that. If he's listening, what's up, dude?
So anyway, he lives on Lakeview. We
Yeah.
both live on Lakeview. We're on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same street, about a mile apart.
Mhm.
So cardio will be run to his house. He's got a killer garage with a killer setup.
Oh, I've seen this on somebody's story.
We're storing that up.
Yeah.
Because we're thankful to have it.
Right.
And anyway, he's got like miscellaneous weights, and we got like a makeshift bench that we've got like a propane tank underneath the headrest.
No way.
It doesn't matter, man. It gets the job
it works. It works.
And
That's
so,
hilarious.
all that days that he's not home or whatever, just push-ups, sit-ups like crazy.
Yeah.
I'll go in the back and curl gas tanks and propane tanks and
shit, dude.
whatever you can.
Jail workouts? Yeah.
I mean,
You got to use what you got.
seriously.
You know. Yeah, that was. I mean, we only have like 3 sets of dumbbells, but we have like the perfect range, dude. We have like 20s,
I saw those.
35s, and 40s. Like, what else do you need?
Gym guys would recognize.
Oh yeah.
And they would know like those are the 3 weights you need
Yeah,
to
because
get
you
the
can.
job done.
Yeah, dude. Bro, especially when it's hot. Like I'll sweat so much being in there. I'm like, I don't even care that I'm not doing cardio.
It's a little warm.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, it's rough. Sometimes I would wear a hoodie in there to really get a sweat on.
Oh, you're trying to cut.
Not really. I'm just not. I just don't feel as active. At least during quarantine. Now that I'm back at work, I'm exhausted. Now that I'm back at work, I'm working out like 3 days a week. It's that draining. I'm like so not used to it. But now I'm gonna increase it a little more.
Yeah.
But getting
Doesn't
back to
matter
work,
because
dude.
the bank account's going.
I know, dude.
Gotta be thankful.
Fuck. Have you ever been to? Because you go to 24 Hour just like I do. Have you ever been to the Crunch in San Mateo, right off of 92?
I have not.
So apparently they're open, and I was thinking about going check that place. Well, I used to work at Crunch in Redwood City, and I would always have to like cover some shifts at San Mateo. Nicest gym ever.
Really?
It's a little pricey though, but it's hella nice. Baddie Central too. Swear to God. And I know someone around here is single, not just me.
Yeah,
I
well,
had to bring that in this.
First off, you're right about that.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out
Oh,
the
man.
moms that listen to the pod, dude. Say what's up to my boy Enzo, dude. He's ready.
See my Snapchat
Yeah,
story?
dude.
Oh my.
Hot single moms in your area, ready to. I won't say it.
Yeah, I don't know how that keeps coming up. It's just like a sponsored ad.
Because it's your FBI agent sending you links based off of what you look up on Pornhub.
can't with you.
You weren't expecting that one.
I can't. That was too much.
It's because I'm right though.
Oh man. But I'm not the only one, because friends of mine were like, "Hey, why are you?" Or "Oh, I'm getting this mature dating sponsor ad too." I'm like,
yeah. Well, it's because they look it up too, and you know what? I get them too because I also look them up, so that's fine. We're twinsies.
oh man.
Yeah, it's
I'm
hilarious.
sorry. That's funny. But I can't go I can't go into that anymore.
No, it's all good. We're fucking
Leave it
around,
on
dude.
that.
The Juicers know we're all fucking around, man. Come on. Everyone's loyal. It's funny, dude.
I'm sorry. Everyone's what? Loyal? No.
Oh, that's also. No, I meant the Juicers.
Oh, that was a
a
jab
juice
on
box.
My part. I was jabbing him.
Oh. Hey, man, call them out. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. We know who you are. I'm just kidding. So, all that aside, or not all of it, but COVID, did that affect your work at all? Because you want to tell people what you do?
Yeah. So I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
Not a rocket scientist. A realtor.
Badass, though.
It did affect work a little bit at first.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people that were going to sell, COVID didn't necessarily change their mind. They still wanted to sell their home.
Right.
It's not like, oh, because of COVID, like, we still love our house. It's like, no, they're sick of their house still. They want to get rid of it. Or buyers still wanted to buy. They wanted to get into their home. It got hard to show houses.
Yeah.
It got, like,
you can only
added
do,
like another couple hours of paperwork a day kind of thing. And I was just...
So you'd have to, like, set up appointments for specific people?
Yeah.
Or...
So before you could just, like...
You could just
if
do
the
an
house
open
was
house.
vacant or an open house, you could just wait for the weekend. Or if
Right.
the house was vacant, it had a lockbox on the door. Us realtors have a little key fob thing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
type in your code, key pops out.
Right.
Doesn't work like that right now.
Yeah.
Print the forms, have all parties sign, both on buying and selling side. And this is just to look at the house.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I don't know, it's just a lot of paperwork for people that 90% of the time aren't even going to buy or sell.
So it's not paperwork for people to come look at the house. It's paperwork for people that are selling, and I'm confused.
So, like, let's say I had buying clients.
Okay.
That were going to buy a home.
Mm-hmm.
They want to go look at 123 ABC Street or whatever. What an address that was. So anyway.
San Mateo.
Yeah, right. I've got to go get online forms. They've got to sign them. It's like a disclaimer, basically, that they're going to wear gloves and masks. And
Oh,
we'll be in
okay.
at this time. We'll
Kind
be
of
out
like a
at that
waiver
time.
then.
Big time.
Okay.
But there's just a lot of legal protection in it. So, long story short, just a lot more paperwork.
Yeah, but I'd rather put the paperwork than fucking risk anything.
Then get sued?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
No problem.
What's like an extra hour of paperwork?
Yeah, right. Better than 150 G's.
Yeah, getting sued.
Bad news.
So, you've been doing real estate for what, like almost a year?
Longer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! And you've been working with your mom. Do you guys work? Is that her company, or you guys work under just a regular company?
So right now we work for. They're in all 50 states.
Nice.
We work at the office in Woodside.
Okay.
We're a team.
Yeah. That's dope, dude. That's actually really cool seeing you and your mom like team up, especially seeing like all your Instagram stories.
I appreciate it. I love
Yeah.
it. It's great. So actually I feel like I've been helping her and, behind the scenes since I was pretty much like 14 or 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you
I didn't know that I wanted to do that, if that's what you were going to ask.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
Okay, so I would help her part-time, and I was also working as, entry-level carpenter / laborer. So I thought that I was going to be a contractor.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I could see that.
It was outdoors, and you got to have a big truck, and, saw the contractors.
You can wear cowboy boots.
All that. I can still wear cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Just nice ones,
true.
not
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
up ones.
Well, those ones are nice.
Yeah, dude. I keep these.
Mint.
These are the minty.
Fucking mint.
These are the minty ones.
Hell yeah.
So, anyways, I've been helping her for about that long, since about that age. And then in college, I was just like, yeah, I think I'm going to be a realtor for sure.
Nice. You went to Notre Dame.
I did.
Nice.
Which is going to close, by the way.
They're closing?
Oh, yeah.
What?
They're out of cash. Or whatever the case is. It was something to do with...
No fucking way.
Yeah, finances.
When's that happening?
I'm not sure.
Damn, I wonder what that happens for, or what happens for all the students.
Right.
Like...
Glad I graduated.
Yeah, right in time. Holy shit. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. But right out of college, I worked at a commercial real estate firm.
Okay. Well,
Then I decided to make it. I didn't want anybody thinking that I just
Yeah.
decided to jump on mom's coattail
yeah,
right away.
hey, that's actually really smart.
Had to go get the deals myself first.
Fuck everybody that's gonna talk shit. That's actually really smart.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's probably also. I mean, obviously, you and your mom are a pretty solid team. It seems like.
Big time.
Don't think that if you were to jump into the company that she was in right away, anything would be different. You just did
Probably
it.
not. I did it for myself pretty much.
But probably was a good move for you because you kind of got a feel without like somebody breathing down your neck.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying she's doing that.
No.
But you know,
I get it. Yeah.
you kind of get a feel of your own, and you kind of learn what you learn.
Yep.
And then you move over to that company, and then she teaches you. She takes you under her wing in a way.
100%. And it's just, it's good to go and get beat up out in the real world before you just.
Oh, you're humbled as shit, I bet.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
And
Every once in a while, you need to get ass kicking.
once in a while, it's been happening way more for me, dude.
Builds character.
Yeah, clearly. So that's sick, man. I'm happy for you, dude.
Thank you.
Everything seems to be going pretty well. So how does it work as far as, like, are you guys assigned a certain amount of houses in a certain amount of time to sell?
No.
Okay, so it's kind of just whatever comes up.
I mean, it's just as fast as clients want to move.
Yeah.
We'll move just as fast.
I'm actually curious. I've never even thought about, like, I've really never sat down to just think about real estate.
Yeah.
As far as like buying and selling. Since you've been posting on your Instagram stories, I never thought of how many people sell their homes. Like how regular, like obviously I knew people buy and sell houses all the time, but like when you really think about it, I was like, this guy's showing a new house like every day.
So like there's a lot of stories I post about our listings, but then there's a lot more stories I post about just showing homes to our buying side clients.
Okay.
So like clients that want to buy a home, you could take them to 15, 20, 30 houses before they find the one that they like.
Yeah.
So I'll be in there and I can appreciate craftsmanships of different style homes.
Yeah.
So those are probably some of the stories you're talking about where you're like, man, that vanity in that bathroom was killer.
Yeah, because I watch your stories.
That deck in that backyard was like off the hook.
Yeah. There was one that you did a while back that was in Half Moon Bay, and it had like pitched ceilings, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was two.
Yeah.
They looked like two barns.
Those were, that was
we're selling that one. Oh, man.
It's super nice.
And so the funny thing is when we're selling a house like that, and let's say it doesn't get bought up right away.
Yeah.
I obviously have to, show it a couple weekends in a row or whatever the case is. You get attached.
To the house?
I'm hanging out there every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, you're like, I
2
might
to
as well
3
just
months.
sleep here. I mean,
It's crazy.
Damn,
So
that's funny.
I'm there like my truck's in the driveway or car's in the driveway, and I'm just like, this
Like, I
house
might
is
just-
awesome. I'm here for 5 hours on Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna
You're like, I need to
order
just
lunch
cop-
to the house.
I just need to cop a quick 10% of this and just fucking move in right here.
I'm far away from that still, but
Hey, but aren't we all, dude?
Oh, of
Especially
course.
around here.
Of course.
That's funny actually. Since we just brought that up, do you ever feel like you're not doing enough because you might be a little far away from buying a house in this area?
I just kind of kicked that thought out of my head.
Yeah,
it'll
but-
just ruin your
But
day.
you've thought about it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think
course.
it's good to know. Like,
Well, everybody's parents seem like they were like, well, I was 17 when I bought my first. I'm
I
like,
know. You bought it for fucking $250,
sorry.
dude.
Yeah, and that was a lot back then.
I know. No, it's funny. I've never talked to somebody about that. But it's definitely real. I mean, like we're doing what we're doing, and like me is like I rent this spot that I'm in right now,
And this is a killer pad, by
and
the way.
it's it's fine. I can't complain, especially for the price. It's not very expensive, but every now and then, I just like you said, I brush that thought out of my head.
You have to.
But like you see people, and this is the thing about social media, these people that are young,
Get out of here.
yeah, who are
Get
like
outta here.
flaunting the house that they just bought and they're like 21. It's like, okay, first of all, did you really buy the house, or what's going on here? But then I'm just like, you know what, dude?
You never get the full story.
Yeah, you never get the full story, but also circling back to like me as an individual, like thinking about myself, I'm like, you know what? I can't compare myself to people
You absolutely cannot.
that have this shit or that
No.
are capable of doing this.
No.
Capable, very loosely saying that, because I'm not in a position where I can buy a house right now, but later on I know I will be, and that's what I think I need to like ground
'Cause
myself
you're gonna
at.
be a top dog HVAC guy.
Well, hopefully, unless the podcast takes off, which that's very hard to think about.
We're honest on the podcast, though, right?
Yeah. That's what's cool about it is I have the freedom to say whatever the fuck I
Yeah.
want. Some boundaries, but it's okay.
Everything's got boundaries.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, dude, that's
Otherwise, it'd look like Seattle everywhere.
wait, I don't get it. I don't get that punch.
Never mind.
Really quick, would you mind handing me another?
Yes.
Thank you.
What's your flavor?
Surprise me. Thanks, brother. Hey, so let's switch gears here. Juicers, I want to let you know something very important. This fucking guy can sing, dude. And he can sing really well. And I got to say, man,
Wow.
I had never heard you sing before. That video that you posted with Wyatt, #WildRenaissance, who's been a guest on this podcast before.
Wyatt,
So-
love you, man.
Yeah, shout out. Love you too, bro.
Best lead guitarist around. Actually, I've seen some of your stuff. You're a killer lead guy yourself.
Yeah, I can play a little bit.
Ooh, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've seen some pretty intricate finger movement
Yeah,
on the neck of that guitar.
you like that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, right up the highest of the shaft.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I get down there, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there. Sorry
Oh.
if your parents are listening. I'm just kidding. So, yeah,
I appreciate that. Thank
I play a little bit. So I didn't even know you played guitar. I saw a while back when you got your new acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
I remember just seeing. I didn't message you or anything about it, but I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know you play because I knew Aki played guitar. I didn't know you played too.
Aki's pretty killer himself.
Yeah, I've seen him play some stuff. I think a while back I went to your guys' house, like a while back.
Yep.
And
Oh, you were green. It was
what-
Halloween that night.
Oh my god, dude! And everyone, I was
You
Shrek.
were the Hulk for Halloween.
No, I was the Hulk.
You were Shrek.
No. I fucked that up. I was supposed to be the Hulk, but everybody
They're
called
the
me
same
Shrek.
thing. Hulk and Shrek's the same thing, man.
Oh man, one's way more gay. I'm not bleeping that out either. It's Pride Month. So, oh shit. But yeah, dude. What a good fucking song to do a cover of. I
appreciate
love
it.
that song.
Isn't that a good one?
Yeah, Scotty McGregor, and I saw that song live at Stagecoach last year.
Ooh.
Which you were supposed to go to Stagecoach this year, huh?
Wow, what luck I had, huh?
Yeah, dude. First time, huh?
First time.
How excited were you, and then how bummed were you when it got canceled?
Oh man, well, I'm not a big like
Festival
concert
guy?
or festival guy.
But have you ever been to one?
Yeah. I've
Which
been
ones?
You're gonna make me rack my memory for all the
No, I'm just saying.
So
But
wait.
hold
So
on.
I've been to like I don't even know the difference between a festival and a concert. What's
a
the
festival
difference?
is like 2 or 3 days.
Oh, I mean, does OSL count?
Yeah, that's a festival.
I hated that.
Really?
Oh man, I hated it.
What'd you hate about it?
I don't know, man. I just don't do good in like those like wave type crowds. I just would rather like be in a box or in a seat or something.
Oh, I see.
I didn't mean to sound high and mighty, by the way. I rarely, if I'm in a box, it's because someone else invited me. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not buying my own
Same.
box seats.
For sure.
Didn't mean to make that sound. the way
No,
it
I
sounded.
get it. I get it for sure. I can see that though. Like you kind of want to just like enjoy from the sidelines.
Well, that and also small venue stuff is what I'm really into.
Yeah.
So when Cody Johnson came to Slim's in the city, which is now closed due to COVID, thank you very much.
Great.
That was awesome. Like we're talking only 200 people.
Wow.
You're right up front. He could basically reach out and knuckle bump you.
Yeah.
And
That's like the Warfield, you
Yeah.
know, Fillmore,
Yes,
all those places.
that kind of stuff.
Those venues are sick because they're comedians use this term intimate with the
Which I
with
like
the
that.
small crowd.
That's
yeah,
right.
because there's like if it's like an arena, it's like nah. But if it's like small venue,
Arenas and stadiums, I can't dig.
yeah, I don't like those.
No.
But
Back to the festival thing. I'm sorry. What
yeah,
were you
no,
saying?
I just wanted to
About
ask you.
Stagecoach.
Yeah.
I was pumped.
Well, Stagecoach is interesting because Outside Lands, like, yeah, that's a festival.
Yeah.
But that's a festival full of hipsters and like
That's
a lot
rough.
of like trendy people and
Yeah.
shit like that. And
you and I aren't that.
yeah, I mean, I wore a fucking referee shirt. I don't know what that makes me when I went to Outside Lands.
Referee.
Yeah, it was cool though.
Yeah, you're a referee.
Oh yeah.
Coaching a game.
That's right. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So Outside Lands is cool, but it's a certain demographic of people. Stagecoach, however, that honestly was one of the best concerts I've ever been to, just because of like, the vibes were solid. Like literally the whole time I was there, I didn't see one fight. You know, like
You gotta love that.
It was such a good crowd.
You do gotta love
and
that.
everyone's literally there to listen to good country music.
I love it.
And it was dope. So I feel like, and also, not that maybe I've only been to Outside Lands once.
Yeah.
I didn't see any moshing. Like that's not a mosh concert,
No.
or that's not a mosh festival.
And full disclosure, if that's your gig and you like that kind of stuff, hey, not knocking you, just saying.
Yeah.
Not really my thing. I like
feel
all kinds of music. Probably rock and country being at the top.
Yeah, for sure.
But I listen to everything. And, I was excited to go with all you guys to Stagecoach.
Yeah,
and see
we were going to
our
meet
favorite
up.
artists
Yeah,
play.
yeah, for sure, dude.
You had met up with Aki and all those guys a couple years
Last
in
year.
a row. Last year.
I saw him and Trey there. It was brief, though.
Oh, okay.
We were trying to find some people, and we just, like, stumbled across them and said what's up.
Had your hands full?
Nah, dude. Not even like that. But you would have had a great time. And if you didn't sell, did you do a refund on your ticket?
No, so
They're honored for next year.
Gonna roll, all the way to next year.
So we'll just
And
see
you're
if
gonna be there?
I'm going still. Yeah,
Oh man,
I'll be there next year. I was.
bring the guitars.
Oh gee, I'm
We're
actually
doing
down.
Stagecoach cover.
Oh, we're gonna go back to the houses and just fucking cover
Yeah.
everything that we just learned.
Well,
or
we'll
just
pick
saw.
one.
Yeah, I'm down.
You know what I mean?
I got my guitars behind these fucking things right here. But yeah, it'll be a good experience for you, especially because you get to be like in the see. I get like, especially when I drink and I go to concerts, I have such an appreciation for music that when I see it live and I see it good, I get super emotional. I'm just like, it's like tunnel vision on the stage.
Well, you're a musician also,
Yeah.
so you'd feel it deeper than
Right.
just a listener would.
Yeah, because I feel like people that aren't musicians, they don't dissect the music as much.
No.
And
Not
that's
calling
why
myself a musician, by the way.
I mean, you are a musician. Now, if you can play an instrument and you can sing, you're a musician. Although maybe you don't fucking play in a band or you don't play on stage. I mean, I play once a month. I consider myself a musician. However, I played consistently for years.
Yes.
But now I don't play as much as I
Got
should.
it.
But
Okay. You're busy.
you're a musician. Just know that.
Okay.
And
Appreciate it. I'll take
it's very interesting, and I feel bad for people that aren't musicians. Not because maybe you just never got into it or whatever, but when you're a musician, you notice the smallest things in every band, in every lyricist, and every singer
Oh, big time.
that if you're not a musician, you would never get it.
Yeah.
And like when I'm at a concert, dude, and I'm drunk. Oh man, dude, I zone right in, dude, and I'm so with it.
Joey Juice.
I miss concerts so much, dude. Me just talking about it, I'm just like, fuck, dude, I'm ready to go back.
Well, I was looking forward to, going to see some of the bigger country artists this summer at Shoreline. I guess that's all.
Oh, that's
They
not
cut that
happening.
down,
It's probably
so-
not going to happen for the rest of 2020.
Wow.
Which
That's,
sucks.
Very depressing.
Yeah, man, it's really shitty. And apparently, I mean, like even like comedy stuff too, like that. None of that stuff, at least around here, is opening. So
Right.
looks like everything's going to be closed for a while.
And that was, Shoreline.
yeah,
5'7" Kings. They thrive
5'7" Kings, dude. Why you got to say that like that?
there. Hey, I've heard
Spitting
it.
facts though. Spitting facts, dude. Hey, bro. Now that I got my cowboy boots, though, I'm like at least 5'9", so it's chill, dude.
You got to rock the boots because it adds like an inch.
I know an inch and a half, I think.
That
My
depends
area-
on how big the heel is.
My areates are pretty thick. 3 C's, dude.
These are 2 inches for sure.
Oh, then I have those.
For sure.
Wait, do I have those boots? I think I have those.
This is a pretty popular area.
Yeah, I think I definitely have those. Mine are dirty though because I wear them to work.
That's all good.
So
Speaking of that,
what?
how's dating been for you during
Oh
COVID?
God, dude.
During
You
COVID.
Bro, you want to hear a funny story that literally happened yesterday?
Well, I got to hear it now.
All right. So on Hinge,
I'm sorry, what?
Hinge,
What is that?
So there's Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge.
Okay.
It's another just another piece of shit app that you find chicks on.
Nice.
And you're super judgmental on,
Is it
like me.
Is it like Grindr?
Now Grindr's the best one though. What are you talking about?
I'm joking.
Not that I know from experience. So I fucking matched with this chick. So the thing about I was about to say Grindr. The thing about Hinge is you have your photos. There's some questions that you can answer for your profile.
Okay.
Somebody, which for me would be a girl.
And is this one where the girls hit you up first?
No, that's Bumble.
Okay.
Bumble, that one. But this one, it's either or, like either direction. So this girl came across mine, and she liked one of my photos and then sent a message with it.
Got it.
And
Like in a message?
Yeah.
She was the first one? She engaged first?
She engaged first, yeah. So that was cool. And then so she messaged me, and like we're talking. She's from Sacramento.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Another world.
As to what, yeah, which is what, okay, that's weird that it reached that far.
Yeah.
So we literally probably talked for a max of 4 hours. And so she messages me and she's like, hey, I'm from Sac. Like, what's up? Like, we should hang out sometime. Like, and then I was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's talk a little more though first. And then she was like, yeah, I mean, I could definitely come down and stay with you, or you can come stay with me.
Whoa.
Literally like right away. Probably like 30 minutes into it. And
Where's the brakes at?
Yeah. And I was like, hold on. Like, I didn't say this, but I was like, I can't tell this. Like, something's not right with this. She was 21. Something about 21 versus 24-year-olds.
Scary.
Very different.
Of course.
Like, mentally. And although it's not very far of an age gap, it's still far enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she's like saying all this stuff, and she was like, yeah, like there's a lot of places that are open up here. Like, if you really wanted to come up and stay with me, like we can go check some places out. And I was like, I mean, I'm down, but like not for like at least a month. I'm like tied up for the next month on the weekends.
Sure.
And
and you were able to verify that she's
real.
Female and real.
Oh yeah, I had her Instagram.
Okay.
But
okay.
I didn't follow it right away.
Got it.
I did like my investigation.
Okay.
And so she was really cute too. She was like a blonde chick. She was really cute.
Hey.
But so we continued talking, and she brought it this way. She said, if you want to stick around enough, I'll take you up to Chico and we can go to Riley's bar. And I was like,
shout out to Aki.
I know. And I was like, literally, this is where the whole conversation went awry.
Wait. Like, did she say that like Riley, like she's holding Riley's up on a pedestal or something?
Yeah. She was like, she'd be treating me, right?
Okay, so anybody anywhere near our age knows that Riley's is...
If you've been to Chico, you know.
It's
like another St. James
floor.
Gate.
Yeah, they might as well put flypaper on the floor.
Bro, if you go to the bathroom in there, it's like
Foul.
super glue on your feet.
Continue, though. This story's getting good, it sounds like.
So she goes, I'll take you to Riley's if you decide to stick around, meaning me, like, continue to talk to her. And she doesn't go to Chico. And my response to that, my response to her saying I'll take you to Riley's was like, oh, I've been to Chico, or I've been to Riley's plenty of times because I've obviously been to Chico.
Yeah.
And her response to me saying that was, oh, yikes, you must be a hoe then. What? And I was like,
You're the one offering to take me to Riley's.
There we go.
What are you talking about?
Dude, I have the text thread. I'll show it to you after.
Who is this?
Bro. Oh my God. So she said this. She said, you must be a hoe. And I said, LOL, if that makes me a hoe, what does that make the girls then? And
loaded.
And she responded with, not gonna lie, this conversation is completely turning me off. And I was like, you brought up Riley's in the first place.
Whoa.
And yeah, I'm not even kidding. I'll prove it to you after this.
Okay.
She said, this conversation is turning me off. And I was like, you brought up taking me to Riley's in the first place. And she was like,
bipolar question mark?
She was like, me offering to take you to Riley's versus you telling me you've been to Riley's are two very different situations. And I was like, are you okay?
Oh my God, no.
What?
No.
Like, I thought she was kidding.
Throw your phone into the little river outside.
I thought she was kidding. And I was like, so what if I told you that I'm a regular at one of the bars in my city every weekend if COVID wasn't a thing? And she was like, I would still rather not know about it. Every time you tell me, it's a little bit of a turnoff. And I was like,
Did
all
you
right.
ask her, all the brand new guys you talked to, do you offer them a steak dinner at Riley's in
Yeah,
Chico?
steak dinner. Oh my god.
The most you'll get there is like a bag of chips.
So, I can't fully remember the conversation, but it's fucking hilarious. I almost posted it on Twitter yesterday.
Unbelievable.
I think I might post it on Twitter later. But
I deleted Twitter.
did you?
I had to.
Why?
It's just so childish.
Thanks, man.
I'm sorry. No. I'm not taking a shot at
I'm
anybody
kidding.
with Twitter. I'm just saying, like, the stuff I see, I'm just like,
There's a lot of
Grow up.
negativity going on right now.
oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. It was too much. I just had to delete it, bro.
I
But that
respect you.
story's
I respect
crazy.
you for that.
Yeah.
It's not even that crazy of a story, but it's more of like a like who the fuck does this girl think she like? I don't get it. You know?
No,
I don't get where her head game's
she
at.
sounds like she's out there.
Yeah.
And also, full disclosure, not taking a shot at Riley's at all, because
No,
my brother still goes to Chico.
mean, it's a great bar.
very much like to go there.
It's a great
And
bar for
loosen
that
up.
crowd.
Yeah.
You know? I would love to see
I like to join that crowd once a month at least.
Yeah. I haven't been to Chico in fucking forever. But
You
anyways,
still got a place. We'll go.
I'd be down. Woo. Shit, dude. Oh man, my liver's not ready for that shit. But anyways, so yeah, within a matter of 4 hours, this whole conversation happens. And yeah. And she just comes back. So I said, "What if I told you whatever, I'm a regular at my bars?" And she was like, "I still don't find it attractive. It's a turnoff." And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't know what to say after this." And she was like, "Well, let me just ask you this. What are you looking for on this app?"
Not
I was
a
like-
steak dinner at Riley's, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And I was like, "I'm not looking for anything. I'm living life and I'm waiting for something to just come my way," which is what I thought this might have
Attaboy.
been.
Stick to your guns.
Right. And then she was like, I can't remember if she said I was immature, but yeah, yes. And then that's when I really let my true personality come out. And if anybody knows who I am, and if I get in like a heated argument, I become the most sarcastic asshole in the world.
I've seen a little bit of that.
Yeah. So I just let it out, and I responded with, "You're mad at me because." Or I said, "You called me a hoe for going to a bar that you offered to take me to." And then she said, "I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth." So I screenshotted when she said that, and I cropped it, and I sent it to her, and she was like, "Wow, that's one of the most pettiest things I've ever
Oh,
seen
no, of
somebody
course
do."
it is. You can't prove her wrong, but she could prove you wrong.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, been there before.
So that, as of recent, is how dating is going for you, boy. It's going great. And honestly, I had more fun than I didn't have fun with that entire situation. It was hilarious. And now I can tell it on the story. Gives me content.
It was a good story.
It's a whatever story, but like that's, bro, some of these chicks are, you know, not all of them, but some of them are just, I don't get you, you know?
I'm just going to nod my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you can relate.
Ah, man.
Well,
It's unfortunate.
yeah. But, and then I don't know how, I've said before on the podcast that I've talked to some chicks at the beginning of quarantine,
Okay.
like just messaging through and like,
They freaked out about the disease. Did they
Yeah.
not want to meet up after that?
Yes, and that's fine. Like I wasn't like,
Well, not only that, it's like, you know, you're in a position where, well, did you know them before? I'm sorry.
no, I met them on the app.
So, you know, first date kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like you
it's like-
typically go out.
Right, exactly.
What are you supposed
which
to do
is
now?
which
Take
is
her on a hike
which is why I get it.
or on a run?
Well, one of them was like, "I'm down to go to the beach," and I was like, "I'm down to go to the beach too," and that's fine with me. And then I think she had to reschedule, and then after our schedules just didn't line up.
Yeah, but first date, that's a little intimate.
Yeah.
Would you agree, or
Am
am I wrong
I
to
mean,
say that?
I don't know. I feel like a beach hangout is not a very big deal.
Okay.
But preferably, I would like to go like out somewhere, like to
Yeah.
like eat or something, get a drink or whatever.
Just in case it goes south and you'd be like, my Uber's here.
Yeah, I'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom and then split.
Peace.
Yeah, no, yeah, I guess if it didn't go well, the beach would be kind of a sticky situation.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't do that next
I'm
time.
going to go swim with the dolphins.
Hike would even
Later.
you just swim out and just
Flipper,
fucking
take me with
never
you.
come back. Hike would be worse.
Oh.
You're on a trail with this person.
Can you imagine that?
You just roll off the trail.
Hit your head on a rock or something on purpose.
Yeah, nah, dude. There's enough of me talking. Everybody kind of feel like gets tired of me talking. What about you, man? What's been going on with your dating life?
Well,
As much as you want to share.
Stag for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Nothing special.
No, nothing.
That's fine.
Nothing. Gotten a lot more pickier recently. You know, I'm done dating down.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, I feel it.
Enough honesty.
I'm
for
proud
you,
of you. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, so
I get it.
that's pretty much where I'm at.
That's good. But
I
see,
don't
that's
know,
the
man.
thing. That's the thing. You've gone through something. I'm gonna say shitty.
Yeah, you can go ahead and say it.
And I'm not that I even know anything about anything.
Sure.
But you go through something shitty, and then you're like, oh, I'm not gonna look for that again. So there you go.
New.
New. Well,
I don't.
not New Year, New Enzo, but New Enzo. Not even that. Just like looking for some new shit, whatever.
Yeah. Man, it's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough. You know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about all that.
No,
It's just
you
kinda
don't.
like
You don't have to say
it's
anything.
better to just roll solo and do your own thing and
Yeah.
not worry about someone undermining all your whatever it is you're
Decisions.
doing. Yeah,
Life choices.
big time.
Yeah. No,
Big time.
it's a fucking headache, dude. It's a headache when you're with somebody that doesn't not cooperate, but they don't have like the same vision that you do on certain things.
Yeah,
And it's just like, okay, I get that we have different opinions,
of course.
but I can't deal with every single decision I'm about to make where you are opposed to it. Like
Yeah.
shit like that is terrible.
Big time.
And I've been in that situation, and I'll never do it again.
No,
No.
never.
And the second I get a glimpse of that, I'm like, okay, I got a glimpse of it. Let's see if that escalates to every fucking thing that we're talking about.
But the thing is, you always think like, oh man, I went through this, and that. Now I know what to look for.
Yeah.
But you always have there's another jab somewhere in there that you didn't expect. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's another characteristic that you weren't even looking for. So that's
100%.
And sometimes maybe you got to make that sacrifice
Yep.
and just be like, all right, fuck it. She doesn't have all the other shit. I'll deal with this one thing.
Oh yeah.
Because we're both straight. All right, just had to lay that out on the line, dude. In case anyone was curious.
Oh man.
Dude, I want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
I'm curious how. I mean, we're like really switching gears here, but like
Go ahead.
that obviously. Actually, maybe no, we're not. We're segueing. That situation probably brought you to like a level of stress. Obviously.
During.
Sure, or just any kind of stress in general, really. How do you relieve your stress when you feel like you're really just like building up, and you're just like, holy fuck, what's happening? Like, do you ever get like that?
So you're talking about in a relationship.
Either in a yeah, let's start with a relationship.
Okay, you do want to go there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then that's fine.
Not specifically maybe the past one. I'm just saying in general, like, have you ever how have you dealt with stress in any kind of relationship that was very shitty?
Well, first off, you and I, 24-hour fitness, working out.
Yeah.
We're both on the same page, I think, as far as that goes.
Work it off.
Yeah, go work it off. Blow off some steam.
Listen to some tunes.
Now, pretty much, if the day's going south, I'm gonna go regardless, but I'll go up to my horse and ride my horse.
Oh yeah. At the mounted patrol.
Yep.
So those are the two things that you would probably normally do.
Working out, riding my horse. Yep.
Nice. What do you do at the mounted patrol? How are you affiliated with that?
So,
Or you want to tell people really quick what that is?
Yeah. Long story short, background on the mounted patrol started at the beginning of World War II. The coastline was
In Woodside?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's where headquarters was.
Right.
The coastline was, not developed. You couldn't really get cars, trucks
There.
There.
Yeah.
Or at least the span of the coast, the whole span. So they deputized local cowboys in California at the time, specifically Woodside, California, to kind of patrol
Nice.
the coast. So they were looking for aircraft or, enemy watercraft that were coming in, and they'd ride like hell back to
And
wherever
alert
they're-
everybody. Damn, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, and now it's pretty much just.
I thought it was just a cowboy hangout.
Well, it is that now.
It's sick.
It's all men. It's all men.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much. We've got guys that are trained to do search and rescue on horseback, to get into areas where let's say a hiker or a hunter got lost.
Is it all men for any specific reason, or it just is?
Well, what cowgirls did you know back in the 40s and in the early 40s that would go?
I don't know any
look for
But
enemy aircraft to fire down on.
Hey, maybe it's a good thing that you're not on Twitter anymore, because if somebody found out that that was an all-men club, somebody would be outraged.
We've got
Which,
our own.
fuck them if they
No,
were.
no. I mean, we've got our own, battles here and there, but we have couples nights and we have couples rides and everything.
You include, everybody.
We include women on a lot of events.
Yeah, that's sick
but
too.
Primarily, like the clubhouse, it was started by men, and
Yeah.
it was probably gonna end that way.
Shit, dude, that's sick. So what is your role in that?
Newest and youngest member.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you got to do? Not that I want to be, but what'd you have to do to become a member? Like
so
years,
in order to
years prior, you worked your way up to it, or
Nope. So they vetted me out for like a year.
they what?
They vetted me out for like a year.
What is
like
that?
they vet you, like you go through. So you got to spend time around the clubhouse, and
Okay.
you got to spend time with guys, and you got to
Kind of just prove yourself.
you got to prove yourself as
Yeah.
a horseman, and just that kind of stuff. I don't want to use any words that make it sound like we're some sort of
No, it seems like
secret society or anything like.
no, it seems like a cool, because I've been there
yeah.
back in, back
Well, the 4th of
back
July
when.
rodeo, which is canceled this year.
Yeah.
You probably went there when you were a kid.
No, I've been there a couple years ago.
Okay.
But it's a really cool environment, like the little clubhouse that they got.
25 acres in the middle of Woodside.
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty
it's a
cool.
really cool place, and obviously, I don't think people are gonna think that there's anything wrong with it or bad, whatever. You want to use the wrong words, but it is a really cool organization.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do stuff for the community. We put on events and clinics, and we have barbecues. We obviously do the junior rodeo,
Yeah.
which is 18 and younger. Kids coming up.
Do they
in
have
the
their own
rodeo
thing?
circuit.
Yeah, they have their own part in the parade, right? For 4th of
Yes.
July downtown Redwood City.
Yes, which is also canceled. This
Yeah,
year,
that
unfortunately.
sucks. Yeah, I remember I just remember hearing you say that.
Yeah.
Shit, dude, that's cool to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Is it just you? Aki's not a part of that?
He's just waiting to graduate.
Okay.
It takes time. I mean,
Do you have to be a certain age?
21.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta be able to drink.
Nice.
Um,
Makes sense.
I mean,
Are there a lot of cool old timers there?
big time.
Yeah,
the stories.
I bet.
Oh, man.
Damn.
We got guys that have been in wars,
Damn.
fought in combat.
Shit.
And you got other guys that, have been deputies and sheriffs, and guys that have come up in, construction, and other realtors and
Yeah.
businessmen of,
Just like
VC,
people of all fields
dude,
in life.
yes.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Guys that have won awards on horseback that I'd never even dream of winning.
How many members are there?
It's tough to say. I'd say probably like
But it's a good amount.
a little over 100.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I thought it would have been like something way smaller.
No.
I thought it would have been like 50.
No.
So do all those now I'm trying to like fucking get
No,
every
no,
kind
no,
of
go ahead.
information
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
place. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Do all those people, they have to live within this area?
No. We've got guys that some of them. One guy, for instance, his name's Paul. He's a good buddy of mine. Lives in Virginia.
Oh shit.
He flies back once a month to come to one dinner meeting a month and to hang out with all of his buddies because he
Damn.
used to live here.
Okay, so he moved out there.
A couple of guys sprinkled throughout Nevada, Arizona, Oregon, but most of them are in California and in the immediate area.
Damn, nice.
Yeah. And
Shit.
like I said, the stories and just the types of guys you meet, these are real dudes that have been through, real things. And
Yeah.
It's cool to hear about.
Shit, man, that's always the best too. Like, and not even that the guys that I work with are very old, but just hearing, it's always really cool to like hear something from an elderly perspective.
Refreshing.
It's like, whoa, dude, that was what it was like back then.
Yeah.
And not even people that I work with, but just people in general.
And,
you know?
it makes you think, oh, I'm crying about such and such today. Are you kidding me?
I give a fuck.
This guy
about
was
that
on
one
Utah
thing.
Beach on D-Day.
Fucking shooting guns, dude.
And I'm here, yeah.
Bro. Yeah, and then I'm just like over here, like, I just do a podcast, bro. I can't relate. You know what I mean?
I just sell homes, so.
Shit. Hold on. Let me see.
Go ahead.
I wrote some stuff here.
Yeah, whatever you got to
that,
get through, man.
I wanted to ask you. I already asked you a couple that were off of this. But. Oh, what I wanted to ask you actually was, do you listen to any other kind of podcasts?
I listened to Meat Eater for a while. But
Meat Eater.
Yeah, I forget his name. It's on Spotify, but
Is he a hunter?
yeah,
Is it Cameron Haynes?
man, I forget.
That's fine.
But he got a little I don't know. He got a little weird for me. Like he
Meat
dove
Eater
off into,
sounds really familiar. That podcast, I feel like I've heard on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So he's been on Joe Rogan.
I think it is Cameron Haynes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've listened to. I selectively listen to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah,
like I'll go on
for sure.
YouTube, pick guys that I know I like.
Yeah.
Like for instance, they're doing the Sopranos guys now.
Yeah, I already watched it.
Oh, you did?
It's a really good episode. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
That was
being Italian, Sopranos obviously a big part of my childhood.
You know what? I haven't even watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I started it, but they took it off of the Amazon account that I have, so it's on like HBO. But I want to watch it through, especially after watching them on it.
Once you get through the first season, you're glued.
Yeah.
You're
No,
glued.
I usually get tied into a series when I'm like 3 episodes. If I make it to 3 or 4 episodes, I'm in it for the long haul.
Yep.
So
anyway, those are the 2 podcasts I've kind of dabbled in.
And the Meat Eater, that's a hunting one.
That's a hunt primarily. Yeah. Well, he tells outdoor stories.
Okay.
I'm a big outdoors guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just, I don't know. He started getting political and this and this and that. I was just like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I can see when you say you're selective on who you listen to with Joe Rogan. Of course, because I love him. I listen to almost every single episode.
Yeah.
Plus, at first I was the same way. I would listen to the people that I know.
Yeah.
But then when I got more into it, he has a lot of cool people on.
Yeah.
Like that can give you some good knowledge about shit.
Yeah.
One you should listen to if you haven't listened to already is the one with Jocko Willink. That one came out a couple days ago.
He's a Navy guy.
He's a Navy SEAL.
That's right.
Yeah. And they talk about, everything. This last episode that he was on.
He's pretty hardcore from what I see on the surface
He's a fucking
of his
badass.
Social media.
Yeah. He's really a fucking
It's another
badass.
guy that's seen stuff that you and I'll never see.
Yeah, no, never. He has really good perspective. I'm even just gonna plug that episode because they both have really good perspective on the whole Black Lives Matter movement, the police, defunding the police, all this shit that's going on. They share their opinions on it.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking good. Like there's some points that I was like I would never even have thought of.
I'll give that a listen.
It's a really good one. And but I was just curious to see if I think I'm gonna ask this question to most of my guests that come on if they listen to podcasts because I feel like people don't really get them. Like they don't understand what a podcast is.
It's hard to listen to someone that you could care less about.
Yeah.
Like when you started this whole thing up, I was like, I know everybody he's talking to.
Yeah.
I know you.
Right.
We did Tahoe 2016 together. So.
Oh shit, that's right. Holy fuck. Yeah.
Man.
And you.
Speaking of
Yuaki, Wham, me. Yeah.
What a trip.
That was fun. I thought by you making that noise, I said like the wrong thing.
Oh
right there.
no!
Holy shit, I was like, wait. Yeah, it was fun though.
We'll never do that again, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was an awesome trip. But yeah, it's better to listen to people that you know and can relate to.
Right. Yeah, see, that's obviously I'm a really big podcast fan.
And you're super honest on here, by the way.
Yeah, I try to be.
Which is what I like to hear. Like
yeah.
If you have a high or a low, you're honest about it.
Yeah.
Discuss it in different ways.
Especially that's why I like to occasionally have my solo episodes where I can
I do like those.
Where I can like reflect on like either past episodes and like what I need to improve on. Maybe I've talked about it. I don't know if I have, but I think I have.
And that lets people know that are listening like I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm not just a face on a camera.
And I'm also I'm still new to the thing, so I'm like trying to get the ground going. Like I'm trying to get my ground, I'm just trying to figure out what way I really want to go.
Yeah.
I started the podcast off as a comedy podcast, and now on one of my solo episodes, I said that I'm gonna kind of change it a bit to more conversation based. So it's funny when it is funny.
Yeah.
But don't come in with the expectations that it's gonna be funny the entire time.
Of course.
Because this podcast wasn't as funny the entire time, but that's what I like. I like that we can have a genuine conversation.
I feel like this was a more serious episode.
Yeah.
Sorry to you guys that thought this was boring, but we just decided to get back to.
But see, that's the thing, though.
Square one.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You might think that, not necessarily that it's boring, but we're having a
boring might have been the wrong word.
Yeah, we're having an authentic conversation
for sure
about each other because, granted, we've been friends for a while.
Yeah, we have.
However, we've never had a sit down like we're having now.
No.
And that's why podcasting is, in my opinion, great.
Yeah.
It's a great source of entertainment because, I bet you to everyone listening to this right now, your favorite your favorite actors, your favorite musicians, they've all been on a podcast. And if you really want to get to know them, listen to them
For sure.
on a podcast, because there's like interviewers and this and that. Like interviewers, that's bullshit.
So it's a platform for people that we know of but don't know immediately.
Yes.
To know, like, I'm not the guy that whatever such and such said I was. Or
Yeah,
this and that
because
kind
you're
of thing.
getting like, I didn't know about your LA thing. Like now I know about it.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I'm just.
We'll talk more about that.
I want to know more of the deets. But yeah, no, I'm just curious as to, because I feel like people always say they don't have time to listen to podcasts, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just a way of maybe gaining some knowledge. Like there's podcasts about everything. Like you name it, there's podcasts
Meat
about
eater.
it. Yeah.
Guys
yeah,
eating meat.
Exactly.
Well,
You talking about the outdoors? It's me.
it's hunting.
Me on here talking shit with some friends.
I love it.
And that's kind of why I wanted to start one, is because I listen to so many of them.
Yeah.
So many of them. And I was like, fuck it, why not just have a chance to sit with some people that I know but don't really know.
And let me ask you one thing, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So what has the podcast done for you? Like, in your head, since you start, what have you had, like, almost 15 episodes, right?
This is episode 28.
Okay.
So I've been going for 6.5 months.
So double.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm off. But what has it done for you, like, when you think about all the people, well, you knew everybody pretty much that you had on the show.
Not all of them, but more or less, yeah.
Okay. So what has it done for you? I'm just curious myself.
So, well, I guess I would say my goal was to kind of put myself out there,
Yeah.
in a sense. Obviously, before I started this podcast, I was always putting some dumb shit on my Instagram stories,
Yeah.
just trying to be funny,
Yep.
whatever stupid way I could. I listened to enough of these where I'm like, I kind of want to just start and just talk to people. Like, and I'll tell you why I listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts because I like to feel like I'm a part of something.
Okay.
Like I'm a part of some kind of community where, like, if you listen to this episode and I say something and I say it on the next episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you're a part of a community that I built. And, that's one thing. But
And you very much have built a
yeah, so
juicer
far.
community.
Yeah, so far.
There's a lot of us that are like,
Yeah.
hey, by the way, did you see
Which is cool, it's
Yeah.
and although it's fairly small, which is fine, that's the thing, I don't have any expectations.
Well, it'd be probably more so if we were able to actually just go out and see each other out at different places.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
what has the podcast done for me?
yeah.
The podcast has held me accountable to stick to something,
Okay.
and that to me is important because
Look
you
at
know
I mean,
I
look at
can't.
you. You're all
Yeah,
set up now.
every episode is just I'm trying to improve a little bit more and more. We got the fucking backdrops, we got the sound stuff. It's holding me accountable to do something new and kind of make, like we were saying earlier, it makes me uncomfortable in a way. I might come off on this podcast as super comfortable and like I can talk to everything about anything or whatever.
Yeah.
It is uncomfortable for me because I'm really like exposing myself, not necessarily in any way in particular, but I'm really putting myself out there by doing this.
Like I said, I think earlier, you're saying I'm human.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
This is what we talk about. This is some of the stuff we're reflecting on.
Yeah.
It's not all some big Instagram show.
Yeah, no, the show's small right now, and that's fine.
Yeah.
The thing that really makes me happy is that there are people that listen to every episode, and I think that's so cool because like, who wants to listen to me talk? The reason why I put starting a podcast off for so long was because I was like, who the fuck's gonna listen to it?
Well, we're already looking at our phone all day anyway.
Yeah,
It's better to see your
I just to llisten to my
your
dumb
pipes
ass
on the
fucking-
screen talking, huh?
So, hey, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I really try to push people to listen to podcasts, and because I listen to a lot of comedy ones, and those really get me through the day. Like, I listen to podcasts when I'm at work because I get stressed out a lot, and having my AirPods in with the podcast going, it like levels me out,
Yep.
and it keeps me in like a steady mood.
Well, you can only listen to your playlist so many times driving before you're just like,
Yeah,
I've heard everything.
I get tired of music, man. I
know.
want to listen to some other shit.
Yeah.
And that's something that I always try to push. But yeah, it's just fun too, and another thing that it's done for me is it's given me the opportunity to have conversations with people that I don't really know very well.
Yep.
Like we know each other, we've been friends.
Yep.
But now we know each other a little better.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's cool.
We've never, I mean, pretty much every time we see each other is either at the gym, so that's super high speed tempo.
Or at a bar.
Or at a bar, which is also super high speed tempo.
Yeah.
Before we were able to go to bars, it was house parties, so super high speed tempo as well. Tahoe, which was super high speed, super high speed tempo.
That was also 4 years ago.
Yeah, well,
but yeah, no, see what I mean?
Never got to sit down level.
Yeah, and most, I would say the majority of the people that I've had on here are people that I was acquainted with.
Yeah.
And then, you could just talk to them and just kind of see what's up. But that's it,
Cool.
I do try to push people to listen to podcasts and stuff like that, but whatever. So when you, like, say COVID wasn't a thing.
Okay.
Or it went away and places started opening up.
Got it. And the world was normal again.
Yeah.
Okay.
When, like, if you're in, like, a social gathering.
Okay.
How do you think, what's your way about going about perceiving new people that you meet? Like, when you meet people, are you, like, super, like, friendly, or do you just kind of, like, do you have to let them kind of prove themselves in order for you to, like, really get to care about them, care what they have to say?
So I would say my initial hello, hi, handshake kind of thing.
Kind of just a brush off?
No.
Okay.
I would say it's genuine.
Yeah.
I'm glad to meet you, honestly. So what setting are you putting me at? Are you putting me at a bar, at someone's house, or
either or? I mean, if it's like
if it's at a bar, I'll be and,
bar.
Also, are they sticking with me the rest of the night? Or are they part of the group?
Yeah. So let's not do bar, because we know that being at a bar and you meet somebody, it's really just a, hey, what's up? What do you do? All right, sick, late.
Sure.
So a house setting, sure. Like if say you I don't know, say like one of your really good friends introduced you to somebody else, like that they said, oh, this is my buddy from college or whatever. Like, is that
I'm genuinely glad to meet the guy or the girl. If we're hanging out the rest of the night, I'm gonna make it a point to probably get to know them somehow.
Yeah.
Over whatever it is, a drink or a White Claw or whatever the heck.
Did you ever
I'll carve a piece of the night out to say what's up and get
Did
to know
you
them.
ever go through a phase where, like, at some point
It was high school, brushing them off?
Not that, but compared yourself and immediately was just like, fuck this guy, I'm better than this guy. And it's hard to admit that, but I've done it. I've been that way.
Well, it depends on if I knew of the person or whatever, and it also depends on what time in my life, because there was a point in time where I was just like, I played football, we were the jocks, and whoever we met was just inferior kind of thing. After you get humbled down after high school, that kind of thing, it was like, oh, wait, now I'm a small fish in a big pond. But I would say now everybody I meet, no matter what scenario it is, it's a genuine hello, how are you, glad
that's
to meet you.
That's the thing about, that's definitely, I agree with you.
And especially if it was like one of you guys introducing me to one of your friends that I didn't know. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you know that like we're cool, so you would imagine that.
Pretty much, if he's good with you or she's good with you, then must be good for all of us. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Respect. Yeah, isn't it funny? I don't know. I've been in situations where like you said, like you kind of got to know if you know something about them before prior to meeting them. If they were like known to be like an asshole during a certain time.
You know those kind of notorious people?
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, such and such is here tonight. You're like, oh boy,
for
here we go. For
fuck's sake, dude.
And you're meeting them for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's usually when I'm just like, what's up? Like,
but that's a natural human thing. You've got to guard up.
Yeah.
You heard one thing. You don't know if you're gonna get the same treatment or the same whatever.
But it's funny because when I remember being like at a high school and like being in like social gatherings for whatever fucking reason, and I have no business to be this way. Or had no business to be this way. When I would meet people, I don't know if I was just in like a very bad personal space, but when I met people, I was just like super standoffish. I didn't really give a fuck. And I think I was probably in like a really unhappy part of my life.
I kind of remember you going through something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think you saw me at the end of my kind of
maybe I did.
period of that as well.
Maybe.
What are you going to do?
But
you were 17, 18. You thought you were the coolest dude at your school and that kind of stuff. And
I definitely didn't think that, especially at Carmel.
Well,
but, later on, like after high school, when you don't really have like, a high school class to, compare yourself to.
Yeah.
I really was just like, oh, it's just me. Like,
But see, that's where the whole, like, all the humbling situations
Yes.
and the vulnerable situations you were put in brought you to be the guy you are today. Because
Yeah.
I know you. If you saw somebody that I brought and you
I
didn't
would
know
probably
them, you'd
do-
be like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah,
I'd
blah.
probably be
Da, da,
doing
da.
everything to just be like, dude, what's up, man? So,
Yeah.
and I could talk to fucking anybody about anything.
Yeah, I know you can.
So, like, and that's what's cool about going through a situation like that or a
Yeah.
phase like that where I was so standoffish and so judgmental.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why, like I've never said that on this podcast before. I had a phase where I was like super judgmental towards people. And, I had no reason to be.
Of course.
I mean, maybe I did. You know, at the core, sure, I probably had a reason for me to be standoffish and whatever,
Yeah, but I think everybody's had that.
Yeah.
It's whether or not you're willing to accept the fact that
or admit it.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that you did it. Yeah.
And now, because I've my voice was about to crack.
It's all good.
Still going through puberty. Sorry. I now that I realize that, you know, it's like I'll never be that way anymore unless
way.
I have to be, for whatever reason.
Of course.
Like if somebody screws me over, yeah, fuck that person.
Then
But now
they got
I'm
what's
just
coming
like
to 'em.
I'm like super open to meeting whoever. You know, people have asked me to be on the podcast, and it's like I appreciate it. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's a little weird, but you know, I'm like, thank you for listening to the podcast. Like, I'm stoked to meet you or whatever. So shit like that's cool.
I was gonna say, so when new people that you don't know are like, let me get a
Yeah.
spot in the podcast, are you like,
It's weird, dude. It's for sure weird.
yeah, because you don't know, you don't know them.
But
So
the
what are you
thing
gonna ask?
is, like I just said a second ago, how I can talk to anybody about anything.
Yeah,
That's if I'm willing to.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
so like if you were out and somebody was just talking about something you probably know nothing about,
Yeah.
you'd probably be like willing to have a conversation and learn whatever it is they're saying for the sake of you.
That's
being
if I
out.
have an interest.
That's what.
Like if
Sure.
I have an interest, sure.
But if
like,
they come on here on your podcast and you're like, they're
Yeah.
talking about, abalone dieting or whatever, and you're like, right on, brother.
yeah, no, it's
No idea.
Well, dude, I'll say this: I've been approached by some people that I haven't ever talked to that
Yeah.
may or may not have gone to high school with me, and they've asked me like if they're like if you ever need somebody on the podcast, you know, just hit me up, and I'm like, I appreciate the gesture, you know, it's I respect you for that. However, you don't have anything really going on, and you know, not
True.
to say that all of my guests had something that's going on, like that's important or you know whatever, like they're just living life, whatever.
Yeah,
But I have to have an interest,
of course.
you know. And if you're listening now, and that's just, I don't want to sound like a dick, but that's just me being honest.
I don't think you sound like a dick. This is your show.
Yeah, exactly.
Do whatever you want. This is
And
why
I
you made your
hate,
show.
I know, and I hate to like I don't want to like say some shit and then have like people stop listening. But you know that's the thing, you know, like maybe I turn down some people that want to be on the show, and then somewhere in their life they turn down somebody else. It's the same fucking thing.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. So
Someone's got to do it,
yeah, exactly.
right?
And yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, very interesting to have people on. But dude, I'm stoked to have you on, man, and I'm really bummed that Aki wasn't on here to contribute.
I was bummed.
But
too.
we'll do it again, and that one I feel like will be more of a fucking. Hopefully by then, you know, we'll be free and be able to go have some fucking fun experiences.
and then we can recap some
And then we
Saturday
can
nights and
recap-
stuff. Yeah,
And dude, you know what? I'll say this now. After next year, because, bro, I'm gonna keep doing this fucking podcast.
I appreciate
After
it.
next year,
I appreciate it.
we're gonna fucking talk about Stagecoach and how your first experience was,
Oh,
and let's
man.
see if your ideas on festivals flips around.
So you're gonna hold me to that? We're gonna wait till Stagecoach is done, and then you're gonna have me back on, and we're gonna talk about what it was like.
110%.
I have no idea what to expect. You know,
That's great.
I
So
feel like I'm
so say it now. Say what you feel, and
like
then
an 8th grader going into high school. I'm like, what's gonna go on? What's gonna happen?
you just
Like, I
gotta
have
be
no
open
idea.
minded, dude.
And Aki, who is a year and 2 months younger than I am, has been to like 4 or 5.
Oh shit! I didn't know he's been to that many.
Well, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah,
But anyway, he
you'll
knows
make
all
some
about
good
it.
memories there, bro. I'm telling you right now.
That's what they're telling me.
Yeah, I
That's what
mean,
they're telling me. I want to meet an artist, one of our favorite artists.
and a couple milfs or something, dude. Come on, man. Let's get
Man.
real.
Wow, he went there.
We had some milfs buy his beers last year. It was solid. It was really fun.
What?
Yeah.
You had who by what?
Me and my friend Rob were in line to buy
Okay.
some beers, and these two milfs in front of us offered to pay for us. So we waited in like a 20-minute
I don't know
line.
what a MILF is.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, dude. Hey, it's fine. Yeah, I'll tell you later. It's fine. You don't know that. I appreciate that. We were waiting in line, and these two hot moms were in front of us, and then by the time we got up, they offered to buy us drinks, and my friend Rob and I were like, no, we were gonna buy you guys drinks, and they were like, no, we're buying you guys drinks.
You guys think who's hot? Moms are hot?
Yeah, dude. Come on, man. Fuck off. You're making me feel weird.
No. I did
I
on
was
purpose.
kidding. I know. I'm kidding.
So
But-
you bought them the beer?
No, they bought us the beers. They wouldn't let us buy
they bought
beers.
you a beer?
Yeah, they wouldn't let us buy beers.
That's nice.
So I was like, all right,
You didn't
so
have to pay for your own beer?
what's up then? Like, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Full the Nicoletti, like, what's up, dude? Fucking, I got the sauce, dude. You want to hang out?
Sauce.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I didn't say
funny,
that.
man.
But you'll have a really good time, dude. I promise you. Especially if you're with your friend. Like, you're going to be with your friends in a fucking warm environment.
Yeah.
Good music going. What else could you ask for?
And
It's
Aki
not.
said that, what's his name? Guy Fieri brought
Oh, yeah.
big trailer with food.
Oh,
in
every
it.
year he does it. Yeah, he's like rolling around the fucking place
And he
the
said
whole
it
time.
was like killer food? Or
Yeah, it's great food.
Wow.
Solid, yeah. The smokehouse thing.
I haven't eaten
don't-
dinner
I don't
yet,
know.
so I'm just like,
I haven't either.
what was the food like?
I ate probably like 3 hours ago, actually. But yeah, no, it was really good. They got like ribs and shit like that. So I think you're gonna have a good time.
Okay.
And I can't fucking wait for it.
Okay.
And I'm stoked.
Well, they said that, the place itself with the pool, that was like
The what?
the place itself, like where you're staying at
Yeah.
with your pool or whatever. They said we got a pool or something. Like
Oh, whatever, guys. Like, would
I
you have
have
like
no
an
idea.
Airbnb?
Yeah, they said our Airbnb or our rental or whatever the heck. I just someone else is orchestrating it, and they're
You're just paying
requesting
for
me
it?
via Venmo, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm with you guys for whatever we're doing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have no clue, no nothing.
yeah.
I have a hard time doing that, by the way.
What?
Like just taking a back seat and being like, oh yeah, I'm just letting you guys lead me into a trip that I've no
I'd
clue
rather
about.
be that way, dude. I'd rather be that way.
Mm.
But I mean, like, if I'd rather be that way, but I want to be in the loop. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's happening, and I want to give my input. Then let me know, and I'll give you the money.
Oh no, I'm totally blind on this trip.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
All I know is I'm driving my truck down.
Next thing you
5
know,
to,
you're gonna get there, and you're gonna fucking have a pull-out couch bed. Fuck that.
I can't do that.
Yeah, no.
That's not gonna be me.
I got to know all the details.
I'll go to the town and whatever, go get a hotel room to
Yeah.
get a bed. I can't sleep on a couch.
It'd probably be better. They're fucking so hard to find a hotel down there
My
during
truck
that time.
seat's more comfortable than those pull-out
Yeah.
couches. I'll
Just fucking
sleep
make
in
a
there.
bed. Just sleep in the bed of the truck.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
Well, shit, man. Unless you got anything else you want to say, I think we can wrap it up here.
Yes, sir.
Dude, it's been a great time having you here on the pod. Thanks for being a new guest.
I enjoyed it.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate
The
you.
listeners, the Juicers appreciate you. Thanks for sharing some stories and shit like that. So
I try to keep it PG.
yeah, dude, you got a fucking reputation. You got to keep safe, and I respect that.
Thank you.
I respect it a lot.
Thank you.
Sometimes I really try to get people to just put themselves on blast.
Oh, I know.
No, but not for you, man. I know you got a good career ahead of you, and I wish you the best. I'm gonna see you around, obviously, but
Absolutely, man.
good
Thank
luck to you and
Thank
your
for saying
mom
that.
in the same team. Shit that you guys have coming up for you. So
We appreciate it.
we'll end it there, dude.
Awesome.
Peace, man.
Right on, Joe.
See you, Juicers. Catch you guys on the next episode. Later.